welcome to the 2023 Georgia Police Evening for the Canines. Are we ready for tonight? Y'all, I think we can do a little better. Are we ready for tonight? I gotta say, I feel so blessed to be up here and being a sponsor and supporter of Georgia Police Canines and all the amazing handlers, all the amazing officers, everything that they are doing for these incredible doggos. And before I bring up my partner in crime, I just want to give you a little backstory because I know so many of you have traveled from so far, and we just want to say thank you for being here, for taking the time to join us. We promise to make this an amazing weekend you will not forget. And if you've been here before, you know that that is a guarantee. But before I bring up Mark Tappan, I just have to share a little backstory about our friendship because he is one of the most amazing individuals and so full of character that I have ever met, in not only my career, but also as a friend. And how I met him was Eric Larson. Do you guys know Eric Larson? World-renowned canine photographer. Eric, where are you at? He's always hiding. And the shutter's going 1,000, but there he is. Oh, he's right in the front taking pictures of me. Perfect. Well played. I slipped him a 50. I'm kidding. I was actually shooting a music video in Nashville, Miss Mary Mac, and I said, my goodness, I would love an amazing canine for the video. I come from a very proud military and first responder family, and Eric said, I know Canine Mattis and Mark Tappan. And I said, really? You think they'd do it? Lo and behold, a few weeks later, Mark and Mattis come to the studios in Nashville. And if you've heard this story before, the music video became nothing about me and everything about Mark and Mattis, and I was here for it. I was there for every moment of it. They are so lovable, so likable, and how they are as individuals and doggo are just absolutely incredible. So we fast forward, we actually have shot 2 music videos together. Both have hit top 10 in the world across all music genres on iTunes. Thanks to Mark and Mattis, of course. And now we have the blessing of not being only dear friends, and we also have some really cool projects that we'll share coming up. But without further ado, before I bring them on stage, have a little look. Mark Tappan and Canine Mattis.
To be fair, I was runner-up in the Champions edition of America's Top Dog.
Did you have to put yourself down for
It
that?
hurts.
This is
The
who he
8
is.
seconds. I lost by 8 seconds.
Oh my goodness. We look forward to this event every single year.
It's so amazing. I saw the intro video, and I just want to. It makes me want to do karate or something.
I have to ask you though, what are you most looking forward to this particular year?
This year, I've been working hard on some projects, which is really exciting. I have 2 new books that are coming out.
Yes.
It's pretty cool. This year, honestly, of all the events, and I wanted to say this, but when I look forward to certain things during the year, this event is absolutely incredible because of a few reasons. One is in Kyle Briley. We were actually told to not talk about him, and I know I'm.
We're talking about Kyle Briley. We have the microphones, which puts us in charge.
That's pretty much the rules. If you have a mic, you can do whatever you want.
Yep. We just whisper into it.
So,
where is Kyle Briley? He doesn't want to come to stage.
He in here?
He's a behind-the-scenes guy. He's forced.
Over there. He's mad. He looks angry. But seriously, this event, one of the reasons I look forward is what that man has put into it, and so many other people too have put into it, but he has a vision for excellence, and it has gotten, I don't know how he's done it, but who's been here for more than 1 year? It gets better every year, doesn't it? The vision this man has is one of the things, and then just the people that he has to come, out of everything that I do during the year, I don't feel more appreciated than when I come here because of the things that he does. So this is one of the things I love to do every year.
I agree wholeheartedly. And also thank you to the Crossroads Community Church for having us here with such a beautiful facility while we're giving out thank yous as well. Blessing. So last year we got to hear a little bit from you, and I think people are so intrigued by your life and what you and Mattis do on a day-to-day basis. They're so humble, but there's what you do constantly. It's just incredible and so impactful. Last year you spoke about why you want to reach more people and what is really your goal to just expand the brand and to get people to know who you are, but there's really an underlying thread behind it all.
Yeah, well, it was never, and we're filled with a room full of people that have like-minded vision, which I absolutely love, because it was never about wanting me to be recognized for anything. I realized that dogs are an amazing bridge between the community and police. And we were going through a time in our nation where there was this great wedge that was getting driven between the police and the community. And I saw me with a dog that people would actually talk to me. And so I tried to use that dog and then just show who I was, which honestly, if there wasn't TikTok, I'm making stupid videos for my family just to show off and have fun. That's who I am. And I wanted to show people that this is who the police are. We're good people, right? That have amazing animals that do great jobs. And yeah. That was my goal, is to show people my dog and to create a bridge. And then I am blown away by all the dogs and the handlers that are in here that are doing the exact same thing, showing this world how amazing you guys are.
Amazing. Yeah. Of all the videos that you have done, and obviously seeing those statistics, over 5 million followers on social media, most notably too, the TikTok ones that constantly are getting millions of views. Is there any one that stands out in your mind that was just incredibly memorable? If you've seen any of his clips, or if you haven't, there's something so funny and engaging and hilarious. If I can't actually put you on blast, one time he's known for his odor challenges with Mattis, where he buries items, sometimes a mile out in a random field. Sometimes that item is your wedding ring.
Yeah.
And you forgot where you put it.
Oh.
And he goes, well, I hope Mattis finds it. Tamara's going to be really upset.
You don't understand. The problem with that too was it was edited. It was a lot longer than it took to find.
I didn't know that.
I was sweating because he was the wind was heavy. He could not find the ring, and I'm like, I don't know where it is. She would kill me. Yeah, I'm an idiot. But other than that, I like wearing short shorts.
You do have some nice short shorts. But I feel like I stole your answer. Is there any video that really stands out to you that you loved in particular?
Well, I mean, the story of Mattis and when he fell is always, that holds a special place in my heart, is mostly because the way it impacted people. It wasn't so much, the story and what that dog did is incredible. And there's so many amazing dogs in this room that have done great things. And I love to speak about that, and seeing the response from everyone else is what made that video special.
And briefly, if you can, just anyone that's not familiar with Mattis's backstory, I mean, that was a real
cry.
highlight. Sorry.
You're going to make me cry.
The elevator pitch version of it.
So this was back in 2016. I only had Mattis for a few months, and we got into a car chase. I shouldn't say it, back when we could chase. And and then, but traffic was too heavy. We lost the guys, but caught up to them again. It was like one of those dumb luck criminals. They couldn't get out of their own ways, and they ended up pulling into a parking lot where one of our officers was actually doing reports. They were trying to get away from us. They pulled into a parking lot where a guy's sitting there.
Checks out.
It was like one of the lazy cops too, that he was just trying to hide when we were in this car chase. And he pulls. Anyway, I never told that part of the story before. I know.
See what you get at Evening for the Canines. It's all surprises.
And so the two bail out of the car, and I know the area, so I kind of cut off where I think where they might be going, and I guessed right. And so the guy's running right at us, and it was behind this a strip mall of restaurants and stuff, and then there's a retaining wall. And the guy sees Mattis and I running straight at him. I hit my door popper, and so Mattis, he knows when I hit my door popper, he's supposed to run with me. And so we were both running off leash. I was off leash too. He was off leash. I just realized how I said that. And the guy's coming right at us, and he takes a hop over the retaining wall. Now, the retaining wall in places is 10 feet high. And I'm like, okay, I can do 10 feet. I know Mattis can do 10 feet. And so I go to make the jump, and I see the guy's still falling. And so I grab onto the wall, and then, and this is where, this is where it's burned in my memory is I see my dog jump over the ledge, and at that place it was 30 feet high. And like the image of Mattis falling is still like burned into my mind. But this is the amazing thing about the dog. He lands on the guy. He guards the guy from 30 feet up. It takes about 10 minutes to get down there. So he is guarding the guy. I actually tell Mattis from 30 feet above to move closer to guard the guy. And I tell him, you move, you're going to get bit. Someone else shows up. We're able to get down, take control of Mattis. Then they get in a foot chase with the other guy. Mattis hops up. We chase the other guy. We catch the other guy. Mattis collapses. So that's the story, and it turned out that he had a lacerated liver from the fall. I checked him when he initially fell structurally like we were trained to do, and he seemed okay, but his adrenaline was pumping. The job wasn't done. He completed the job, and then he fell out, and I had to rush him to the vet, and they saved his life. Obviously, he's here, so So because of the response, there you go.
But I feel like I put you on blast there. I want to finish on a high note because on the counterpart of that, there's so many amazing, funny, fun memories with Mattis.
Oh.
Obviously, do you want to choose one to just before we bring on our first act? Because I don't want to leave it on a downer.
Well, I got a couple things before then. But anyway, there is one, and if you've ever seen like one of my lives, I've talked about this before, because people always ask this question, like, what's the funniest thing he's done?
Yeah.
Every year, we do this thing called Shop with the Cop, where we take kids, sometimes underprivileged, around to, at this time it was at Walmart, and each person gets $100, each kid, and you get to go shopping with them. So it's a great community builder, and I have Mattis with me, and we go through, and it's his first year of ever doing it, so it's kind of new to him. We're walking through Walmart, we're picking out toys for this young kid, happens to have autism. Sweetest kid in the world. Doesn't say, he's slightly verbal, but not completely. And he's picking different things out and walking around, loves Mattis. And then I'll never forget the aisle. We have the basketballs on this side and the bikes on this side. And he's looking, and I'm looking. He turns around, and he goes, poop, poop. Mattis had the worst diarrhea in the world. Like, it was awful. Awful. And then this sweet, sweet person from Walmart comes up, oh, I'll get that. And I'm like, no, don't touch it, I got it. So I had to sit there and clean up. Mattis was just, checking out the scene, laying down, and I'm cleaning up diarrhea, and the sweet kid is poop.
Mark, I was just going to share how great of a philanthropist you are and how much time you give back, but maybe you're not the best candidate in some of these situations for it.
Not really. I got to be honest, though, Katie. There's something between us. I have an issue.
You have an issue?
Yeah, you posted something.
I posted something.
Yep. I think we have video. I think we have video of this, and I want to bring this up real quick because we need to deal with it.
Oh no! Competition. A la Spot the robotic dog. Good night, Mattis.
My bestie.
You got some competition.
You got some competition. My bestie. Competition. My bestie. Competition. My bestie. Competition.
I was at a tech event in Vegas.
You're saying that robot dog can compete with this?
It is time to see who is tonight's top dog. The time to beat is 4 minutes, 31.86 seconds. Is Team Mattis fast enough? And here they go. They're off to a fast start if we get this door down.
You think Spot can do that?
Advantage of a 100-pound dog.
Worth all the kibble you gotta buy.
Hop up.
Through the window like it's not even there. So far, size doesn't seem
Let's
to
see
matter.
your robot dog go through that,
Web
bad
is
boy.
where bigger dogs get tangled up. Is Team Mattis the next victim?
Mattis says, you're gonna need more than ropes to stop me. Less than 30 seconds into roll call.
Go.
This could be one of the fastest runs we've ever seen.
Mattis waiting for Sergeant Tappan. A strong bond here.
The 42 boxes hardly slow them down.
Okay, go.
These guys are hungry, Kurt. All business.
Door breach, open just like that.
Beautiful.
They've got a solid lead. Now it's just a question of how fast they'll finish. Check out the power of this 100-pound dog on the takedown.
Robot dog.
Now we
cannot
need
do
to release
that.
and cross the finish line. Finally releases and crosses the finish line in 1 minute, 21.3 seconds. Mattis smoked the doghouse. That's one of the best times we have ever seen.
You think Spot could do any
I take it back. I take it back. My loyalty is 100% always to you and Mattis. Screw that robot dog.
I love it. Hey, one thing I did want to, and she doesn't know about this, is, and I'll joke at that. I guess that was just to stroke my ego or something. I'm not sure what that was about. Spot is pretty cool. I'd like to meet Spot, but let's get real. But this lady that's standing next to me, she goes all in on everything. She's become like part of my family. I really do consider her like a sister. She has helped me so much in my life, and I'm so honored to know her. But it's because of the good of her heart and the things that she does. Her music videos, the projects she does, all of it goes to veterans, to dogs, to all these amazing organizations. She is such a phenomenal person. And Georgia Police Canine Foundation wanted to, it's got my nasty fingerprints all over it now, but they wanted to present this to you just because of the amazing person that you are.
Thank you.
I love you. I'm so glad that you're here. Yeah.
Don't make me cry. This is a tough person event.
I know.
Thank you very
It's hard.
much.
Yeah.
And
Yep, we love you.
I do feel like an extension of your family, and also some photos that I haven't shared. If I can, I don't want to end with me. You have to see his wife, the birthday cakes that she makes for Mattis, because I did not get to that in our little Q&A back and forth. So if we can just throw up a few photos, because I have become like an extension of the Tappan family, and she does the most amazing cakes for all of the dogs. So if you see her tomorrow, be sure to tell Tamara she is awesome. And of course, the whole family is so amazing. So thank you, my goodness.
She's a sweetie.
She's the best.
And she gets really embarrassed, so if you do see her, like, please.
Make sure you extra tell her.
Yeah, it's funny. All right. So
Shall we go
this
for
is the
it?
fun part of the night where we're getting to.
Are you guys ready to kick things off formally? Let's do it.
What am I? Do a dance?
Yeah,
no, I think we have.
You're
like
going to do the dance.
No, I'm not going to do
What's
a
the
dance.
juice?
We have an amazing act that's going to
do.
come up on stage. Well, we have a few amazing acts that are going to come up on stage, but this first one, I'm very excited to see what they do. They've been all over the world.
77 countries, performing in 3 different languages, all over major TV outlets. And should we tell them how they met?
We got like the coolest backstory right before this about how they first got into this. One at 10, one at 14.
And a snowball fight. Tell them, Mark.
Yeah, so the first time they met, snowball fight, he teaches her how to juggle. They date. Now they're married. No one ever believes that. And now they're performing an act together that you already said, multiple language, all over the world. It's incredible. ESPN, they have shows coming up all over the place.
And we have them right here. Shall we go for it? Starting right now.
Thanks,
Big round of
guys.
applause.
How you guys doing today? So great to be here. Go ahead and hit it, George. We'll eventually juggle. Crank it up. Here we go.
Just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Goodbye, everybody, I've got to go. Gotta leave you all behind and face the truth. Mama, mamma mia. Mamma mia, let me go. Beelzebub has the devil put aside for me, for me, for me. So you think you can stone me and spit in my eye? So you think you can love me and leave me to die? Oh, baby, can't do this to me, baby. Just gotta get out, just gotta get right out of here. Thank you very much. What's up, Statesboro? Make some noise! Oh, you guys sound great. It is so great to be here. My name is Paul.
My name is Alexa.
And we are Flight Risk. Now, I gotta say, it was interesting coming to this because we looked it up beforehand, and it's probably the most country, manly, Statesboro type event we could imagine. Because did you see the raffle prizes by any chance? Anybody see those? I can list them for you so you guys know what to bid on. If you don't remember, it's a pretty complicated list. It's gun, 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 Pitmaster Lexington, wood chipper grill, gun, gun, 15-pack of Hanes wife beater tank tops, extra large, gun, 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 Antifa rioter, toy for dogs to chew on, gun. That's the end of it. That's the stuff you can bid on. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start this show off with something that nobody usually does. If you see a lot of juggling acts, you know they usually warm up to this kind of thing, but we're going to start the show off with this trick. Folks, in just a bit, Alexa is going to hoist herself up onto my shoulders while we juggle these 6 hunting knives of death. That's right. If something goes wrong, this show could be over in a matter of seconds, which doesn't seem to upset any of you.
No.
But we're going to try it anyway. Now, I think maybe some of the issue is a lot of people don't believe this is real.
True.
You know, a lot of people think that these things are fake. Maybe they're made out of plastic. So to prove the razor sharpness of these knives to all of you, I'm going to cut a carrot. Check this out. Razor sharp. Ladies and gentlemen, razor sharp. Razor sharp. In fact, this trick is so dangerous, even the carrots we use, razor sharp.
Yeah.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is also pretty cool. We just added this to this whole routine. This is kind of fun. We're going to perform this entire knife balancing stunt while wearing these blindfolds. But not over our eyes.
How's that gonna work?
That would be crazy.
That would be so hard.
Come on, we're not that good. If we were that good, we'd be performing for an audience that's 100% human. I mean, come on. All right. Now, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the knife balancing on the shoulder trick. Make sure those lights don't get in your eyes, because then you will drop a knife on me. Tell me if you're good, for real. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Right. 0, 1, 2, down, up, bounce. Oh, that's a lot easier in the pool. Can you see?
I can see.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the lights are pretty blinding. I've got to tell you guys something very important for the people in the front row especially. We are not magicians. So if it looks like one of these knives is flying out there towards you, it's not going to be an illusion. So duck. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, risking our lives for your amusement.
You know, I'm just glad we haven't upgraded to guns guns yet.
Yeah, but
You know, that's-
once you start getting the guns that are loaded, that's going to be the mess.
Yeah.
Now, folks, I'm going to perform a little solo routine for you because I recently performed in the National Juggling Championships, and I won using this routine. Now, one thing I noticed that the microphones, they're from the house, and when I spin around, they kind of fly off my head. So could I possibly take my mic off really fast for this routine? There's a lot of spinning. You guys will see it's very spinny. Okay, I'm going to take this off.
This shit that ice cold, Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Stylin', wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent, gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman, I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man, I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am, I'm too hot. And my band bout that money, break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Stop. Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. Hey, 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 oh!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to need one volunteer. So I'm going to come and pick, sorry kids, it cannot actually be a child. What we are doing would probably not be appreciated by any parents. What was that? Did you see somebody? I see someone right there. He's wearing a blue plaid shirt. Will you come on up? That's what you got to do. Sit in the back, because that's where we like to get them. Long ago. All right, sir, you can just stand right here.
Testing. Okay, everybody, this is Dennis. Can you all say hi, Dennis?
Hi, Dennis.
All right, Dennis, what I need you to do is really simple, my friend. Stand right here, please. A little bit forward, right forward. You're right there, okay? I need you to stand with your feet slightly spread apart. Lock your hands down by your sides for me, Dennis. Face the audience, Dennis, and don't move. Boy, listen to that applause, Dennis. Boy, they love you out there, Dennis, and you are doing great, my friend. Take a bow.
No!
Okay, I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. Dennis, that was fun. You know, that was a lot of fun.
That was fun.
But I gotta tell you, Dennis, in these 6 weeks since we failed out of the police academy, I have developed a special sense that lets me know when the audience wants something a little more dangerous.
Something a bit more risky.
Folks, correct us if we're wrong. We think you people want to see something more dangerous. Are we right? All right,
Dennis says he quit smoking.
You quit smoking. Dennis, I got to tell you right now, lung cancer is the least of your worries. All right, buddy? Just try to get through the next 6 minutes. Cigarette not behind your ear. Okay. Well, you would not want it there with what we're about to do with it. You don't want it behind your ear. There you go. Cigarette loosely between your lips. Hands down by your sides there, Dennis. Because, Dennis, just in case you haven't already figured this out, in just a couple of moments, we are going to attempt to knock that cigarette clean out of your mouth. Are you a little bit nervous at this? I see the cigarette's quivering. It is quivering. It's like the cigarette's cold. Are you a little nervous? You want a carrot instead? That's understandable. Dennis, if you're nervous, no problem. I mean, we ourselves are a little bit nervous. Of course, we're always a bit nervous the first time we try something. Yeah, it gets steadier after you practice a lot, but unfortunately, that's not the case. Here we go. Cigarette back in your mouth. You do not get a blindfold.
That's not
you
a
are
bad
wearing
idea.
something around your neck already, and that's our blindfold strategy. So, all right, Dennis. Now, buddy, we're going to knock that out in just a second. First, I actually need you to help me out a little bit. If you could please, Dennis, bend your knees 2 or 3 inches for me. Okay, judging by your concept of measurement, 8 or 9 inches should do the trick. Because, Dennis, I just realized you are just a bit taller than the kid we've been practicing this with. Dennis, one more thing, buddy. One more thing. What you're going to need to do in that position, can you get a light?
Get a light? Oh,
yeah.
no, Dennis,
I understand you're going to need it.
You already quit.
All right. Oh, wow. Okay, that's disgusting.
That is...
It fell on the ground. It's got like a hair on it and stuff.
Yeah.
That is absolutely disgusting. Dennis, come back here, buddy. Come back here, Dennis. We're going to need you to give you another cigarette. Another cigarette. Here you go. All right, right there. Cigarette in your mouth. Try not to spit it on the ground. Here you go. All right, Dennis. Now bend your knees. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot. Now you're using the metric system. Okay. All right, Dennis, one more thing, buddy. Inch by inch, bit by bit, ever so gingerly, start sticking your chin forward towards the audience. Forward, Dennis. Forward, Dennis. Forward. And Dennis, when you feel one of these puppies smack you upside the head, well, that'll be your sign you went too far.
Dennis, seeing you in this position, I just had a funny thought. Why don't we stick a cigarette in the other end and I'll take a crack at it?
Oh, we could call that trick Gone with the Wind. That would be a good one. Okay, Dennis, can you feel how close we've been coming? Can you feel? How about you folks? Can you see how close we've been coming to Dennis's face? Can you by applause? Can you see how close we've been coming? We've been coming close, Dennis. Buddy.
Oh, man.
Try to relax. You know we've been coming real close, but unfortunately, I'm getting the feeling from this crowd here tonight that close just isn't going to cut it. It's just the feeling I'm getting. This audience wants more, Dennis.
Yep.
Cigarette back in your mouth, buddy. Bend your knees, stick your chin out there, pal. You know the routine. Yeah. You're sweating too, right? A lot back. You're sweating, honestly, all the way down to your buttocks. I gotta say it. So there's a lot of sweat back there. All right, Dennis. Assume the position. Bend your knees. Stick your chin out there, pal. Dennis, are you okay with getting robbed? You haven't got a wallet. Okay, well, I gotta tell you, Dennis, you might want to guard the jewels anyway. All right. Here we go. Ready? Up. Down. I'm just kidding with you, Dennis. Come on, Dennis. They don't let us do that, Dennis. No, sir. Not anymore. Dennis, cigarette back in your mouth. All right. Do you currently smoke? He quit 20 years ago. Relapse. All right. This is going to be a problem. All right, we are now going to get serious and knock this out of your mouth, buddy. Before we do, we want to give you a heartfelt thank you for coming up and playing along. And just say, Dennis, where are you from? He answered me, and the cigarette did not fall out. He said, Eleanor. That's amazing. This man is the last remaining Jedi. I don't know how he did that. All right, here we go. We're going to knock it out of your mouth. And I hit it! Yeah, bite down real hard, Dennis. I mean, you wouldn't want it to go flying out of your mouth or nothing after all that Did you see me hit it, folks? By applause. You guys see me hit it? Dennis, did you feel me hit it? You felt it? Okay, good, because you're gonna feel it again this time. All right. Cigarette in your, I can't even get it in your mouth. Your head is shaking so much, I think it went up your nose for a second there. Okay. All right. Okay, Dennis, we're gonna hit this out. I gotta tell you though, this time, when you feel me hit the cigarette, spit. All right, cigarette, parallel to the ground, Dennis. Keep the cigarette parallel to the ground. There you go, buddy. Think Viagra. Okay, here we go. There it is!
Yes!
Perfect!
Take a big bow!
Up and bow, Dennis, bow!
Yes!
Let's go, Dennis! Come on, everybody, give it up for him!
Thank you so much.
Wow.
You were amazing.
Oh, my God. Give it up for Dennis as he goes back to his seat. That was beautiful, buddy. Wow. And check this out. Look at this cigarette. After that much shaking, there are no bite marks. I can use this in the next show. That is so awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to perform the grand finale of our act for you. As I said, I'm a competitive juggler. I've been performing myself for a long time. I was 11 when I started performing, and I used to practice about 4 to 6 hours a day for the tricks you're about to see right now, because it was my dream to be a professional juggler and perform in theaters. So thank you guys so much for staying through the show. I know there's a lot more after this, but this has been an absolute honor. Thank you guys. Now this is gonna be all of my hardest bowling pin juggling. At the end of my solo bowling pin routine, Alexa is gonna come out and do the hardest trick in the show. She's going to walk on an exercise ball while we both pass 6 bowling pins back and forth between us. But before that, finale, and actually before the finale, maybe as a little warm-up, I kind of want to show you guys my newest trick. Do you guys want to see my newest trick? I've been practicing this. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to take one of these bowling pins, going to throw it high in the air, try not to hit the projector, do a diving somersault underneath it, catch it, and go back into juggling. This trick has taken me about 5 years practicing almost 30 minutes a day just for this one trick. Some say waste of time, others say incredible waste of time. But I already learned it. So I cannot do this trick or the finale with my mic on, so give me one more second while I take it off. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, here is now the grand finale of the show. This is our life's work. We hope you enjoy it.
try that the foot.
No, don't,
like
no.
you.
No.
No, I can't.
Yeah, Mark, you want to ride it?
No, I can't. No. I would break. My wife's not here. I'd give it a shot.
You said you were going to pick me up and do a dirty dancing scene to follow that. We were trying to come up with something accurate. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No lift. No lift.
She's all talk. Hey, that was awesome. That was incredible. I didn't know what to expect. That was so cool.
Can I say too, anytime you're on a stage or TV, the lights are so incredibly bright. I don't know how they did that. Staring
They left
directly
snacks.
into. You hungry?
That's not a real carrot. Totally a real carrot. It's an old carrot. It's been in your act for a while, hasn't it? I'm sorry.
Who tries the produce?
You're not supposed to do this.
Post-act. That's weird.
I like carrots.
What is wrong with you?
I think we probably need, because there's...
We are going to clean it up, because we got another act to follow.
Don't eat a carrot before you have to talk. That's a really bad idea.
I'm just going to
That's why
long
you're
pause
the
it
pro.
and make it awkward. Oh,
All
my
right.
goodness.
So what's next?
Well, Mark, the show just reached an all-time low. You just ate a carrot. But we'll keep it going. We'll pick it up from here.
I can do so much worse. And I have. For views.
This is true.
It's sad.
This is true.
All right. I'm excited about who's coming up next.
We're going to pull it together.
I was trying to segue. That was my attempt at a segue.
Who is next?
Well, she's a friend of mine. And cool story. Back in 2017, I remember watching America's Got Talent and hearing the story of Sarah Carson training dogs, going around in her van, and like I literally cried. Like me and my family were sitting there, and I'm like, she's amazing. And then she brought her dogs on stage and did the most amazing tricks. And then fast forward, when I got to do America's Top Dog, and I went out for promo stuff after the show, like they're taking us around, I got a message from Sarah Carson, the Super Collies, like a DM from the blue checkmark Super Collies, and I was like, oh! And she was like, hey, I'm right around the corner. I'd love to, there's Carrot on my microphone.
Stop.
Sorry. ADD. There's Carrot on my. What were we talking about?
You saw Sarah around the corner.
I got a message from her, and she was like, I'd love to come out and meet you in Mattis. And so she came to the hotel that I was staying at, and she posed with Mattis, which is one of my favorite pictures ever. He was sitting pretty with her. I call it posting because I don't like sitting pretty because it has to be more manly. But it was the coolest thing, and she is one of the most incredible dog trainers in the world. Went on to 2019, the Champions Edition. She is legitimately one of the best people in the world. When I heard I was doing this last year, Kyle was like, hey, we want to do another event. I'm like, and he's like, I want you to do it. And I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? And he's like, talk or something. I'm like, and I called Sarah. She's a world-class performer on national television, and she was a friend of mine, and I called her up. I said, hey, we're doing this for dogs. Would you mind coming and helping?
And we are so blessed to have her back.
She showed up.
Yes.
She showed up, and it was the coolest thing, and she came back again because she loves dogs so much.
Should we chat with her for a little bit?
Sarah?
Sarah Carson to stage.
I want to talk to her for a second. I didn't know if we were supposed to do a little ditty there.
Is this on? Oh, it's on now.
It is.
Hi.
How many of you were here with us last year and saw Sarah perform? Yeah?
Few of you?
Was it not incredible?
Yeah,
I think a lot of people want to hear, because just getting to know you, just from Mark last year, You have been touring all over the world, and you always have so many incredible events going on. Tell us what the latest and greatest is for you.
Yeah, so oh my gosh, I spent a lot of time in Canada at the beginning of this year, and I know some of you that know me know I'm Canadian, so it was very fun. I do. My dad and I got matching tattoos last year, so I got my little maple leaf. But yeah, I spent a lot of time. I did the Canadian Pet Expo, which is in Toronto, and then I did the Victoria Pet Expo, which is in British Columbia. So I've been all over the Canada region for a while, and now I'm about to go on the road for 4 months. So it's going to be a busy summer.
I got a question for you. Out of everything that you've done, what is the coolest thing ever?
America's Got Talent.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be
meeting Mark and Mattis.
Well, Mattis.
But people would be intrigued to hear, too, on the road, you have a massive van outside, and it's got the Super Collies logo on the back. How do you do it with all the dogs traveling location to location? And this is the longest stint, right? This 4 months coming up?
Yeah, the 4 months is the longest I've ever been on the road. But I will say I started in an SUV. I lived in my SUV for 3 years traveling and performing with 3 dogs at the time. Then I moved into an RV and I towed my beautiful Jeep. And then I bought a house finally in Kentucky and realized I needed something a little smaller. So I got the van, which seems like it's a large, big vehicle. But 5 dogs and a cat can be a little bit much in there. Yeah.
Your cat does tricks too, right?
My cat does do tricks. He did tricks for the first time ever at a pet expo recently, which was very cool. He's a rescue, so it's really difficult. He's a cat.
So can we hear like a brief why?
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 Well,
what got you into this amazing thing that you do?
Why? Well, I had a Cocker Spaniel at the time. I was living in Canada. Didn't have a lot of friends. People were kind of weird to me, especially this one. And so I got this dog, and I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. I can teach this dog tricks, and every time I come home, he's super happy to see me. And so my dog just became my best friend, and I watched a bunch of YouTube videos, and I was like, I can totally do this, and apparently I'm pretty good at it. So that's what ended up just starting this whole crazy journey for me.
When you won or were on America's Got Talent, were you prepared for that moment? Because was that the pinnacle of your career where things just took off?
They definitely did, yeah. America's Got Talent was one of those things that they were constantly trying to get me to go on the show because I had a couple viral videos with my dog Hero, and I was like, I'm not quite ready for that. That seems like a really big deal. So I'm glad I waited. Marvel, who I will be performing with today, was actually on the season finale of America's Got Talent too. So she's here. She did like 3 seconds on the show, but she was there, so it counts. Marvel's 8 now. She's an old dog. But yeah, I mean, it was an incredible, incredible experience. I got to go back for Champions in 2019. And yeah, maybe.
Was it overwhelming though? Were you prepared to have that moment, or were you ready for it in your career?
Well, I'm going to say that you make fun of me for it, but every single time I go on any stage or in front of any audience, I want to throw up.
I'm just surprised by it because every time you knock it out of the park.
She's so good.
I am so anxious all of the time.
Well, it makes it better when there's dogs, right?
It makes it way better. People are like, oh, the dog's that pretty. Just ignore the human that looks like she's going to vomit. You know?
Well, you're a big part of it, but we'd love to see what you got.
Yeah, so I actually have just a quick, brief thing I want to say. So I do have a dog that I have coming out first. His name is Venom. Venom is a year old, and he looks a lot like Hero. He's not Hero. Maybe one day he'll be kind of like Hero, but he's going to come out for the first bit of my song. If he does something really adorable or cute, make sure you guys let him know, because this is one of his first bigger performances. So we're just going to bring him out, do a couple little things, maybe a minute, and then I'm going to put him back in, and then the real star of the show is going to come out and hopefully blow your minds. But like any dog act or any act in general, we're up here working for your applause, and especially dogs, they want to hear that they're doing a good job. So the biggest and best thing you can do is to cheer and scream and make sure to make some noise. Can you guys do that for me? Pretty good.
Thank you so much for being here. You're an awesome friend.
I'm going to cry. I love both of these people so much.
We would much rather watch you perform than watch Mark eat carrots. On that note, Sarah Carson, everybody.
close that you can't see. So always be nice and never be mean. Be on time and have a good time. And always drink your tequila with lime. When you're happy, please do sing. But just remember to keep that swing. Always love and never hate. Now it's time to celebrate. Champagne, champagne, come on, let it rain. Oh, this the coffin, feel the pop. Pop the bottle of bottoms up. Champagne, champagne, come on, let it rain. It's always time to celebrate, so let's all drink champagne. Just by now. So let us stop the drinking. Let's have a glass. I like the way you're thinking. I don't want to see an empty glass in here. So raise those bubbles high. Now happiness is guaranteed, and at least it's worth a try. Champagne, champagne, come on, let it rain. Oh, kiss the coffin, feel the pop. Pop the bottle and bottoms up. Champagne, champagne, come on, let it rain. It's always time to celebrate, so let's all drink champagne. Now repeat after me. Champagne, 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 champagne. Here we go with champagne, 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 champagne. And a one, and a two, and a one. Here we go, everybody. Champagne, champagne, come on, let it rain. Oh, twist the cork and feel the pop. Pop the bottle and bottoms up. Champagne, champagne, come on, let it rain. It's always time to celebrate, so let's all drink champagne for you, champagne for you. I think you've had enough. No, just kidding. Champagne for you too, everybody. Here you go. Have some more. But save some for Charlie. Charlie needs some too. Oh, I've got another bottle here. It's okay. No, as you would. Oh, that tastes good.
What do you guys think of those crazy dogs? So I do have to ask, how many of you actually watched me on America's Got Talent? All right, that's pretty good. So for me, I'm in this point in my career where I have a lot of dogs. I have 5 dogs. One of them you got to see perform today. She's 8, so she's getting up there. All of the dogs I currently have are super young. So me coming out here and doing these types of events, I appreciate the heck out of it because I'm not the performer that I used to be. So I'm trying to get back up to that. Hero is 11 years old now. He has a heart condition. He has valley fever. You'd never know it if you saw him, but he can't perform anymore. He can't travel. He can't do the things he loves. And I don't have my teammate anymore. So I just want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for the support and the cheering and just everything you guys are here for today as well. I just appreciate the heck out of it. So thank you so much.
Isn't she amazing? One more time for Sarah Carson.